Hello, I am Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. 2017 was a crazy year in vaping. Stick with us. I got Ichi Bear, Subhome Sapper, and Brady Vape R&D, and we're going to talk about all our favorite stuff. And we're in chat. We want to hear from you too. So stick around. 2017 year in review. It's going to be awesome to talk about everything today. I just can't pay enough for those. I just can't pay that guy enough. How are you guys? I love all you guys. I want to thank a whole bunch of people real quick before I bring the guests on. Just some sponsors and some people too. I want to thank everybody all the sponsors and vendors who support this channel. And I know I'm going to forget somebody, but Van Gogh, iJoy, AZ Swag Sauce, the people from Heaven Gifts and Nuve Mods and Smock Joy at least, and everybody else, all of you who have sent such a review. I love you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. And they're the people who support us. So be sure to use our affiliate links and click on those sponsors and buy things from them too, because they care about our channel. So that's awesome. Also, there's tons of vape fam to thank this year, billions and billions and billions of them. And I can't thank everybody, but at least, I made a short list, but you have to remember that you have to know that I love you. If we've ever exchanged messages or likes or anything on Instagram, then I notice you, and you can always send me a DM and ask and chat with me. That's fine. And don't forget to join us on Discord. Go to juicytoneshq.com, click on the join us on Discord button. You can chat with us all day long. Jim, Boctration, Brady, Vape and Michael B, Vape Ross Vape, Double D's, Robbie, Chili Dog, the Foxhound, Sammy Joe, Michaela, Stuart, Ichi, Rob, who's on here, Subhome Snapper, Joe of All Vapes, all of you guys, the Nameless Ink guys, and all of y'all. I just think all you're great, and thank you so much. I know that I can't possibly name everybody, but I just want to show some gratitude because you guys are fantastic. And the other thing is that we're doing a giant Van Gogh giveaway. And so I'm going to announce that today. I'll tell you the details right after we get started right here, but it's going to be the full US lineup and a t-shirt and a vape band and one of these things and everything for all 10 flavors. So 4 people are going to win 1 bottle each of all 10 of the US flavors that are releasing for Van Gogh, plus a shirt and some other stuff. And we're going to run that for about 2 weeks. I'll tell you guys a little later in the discussion how to enter that, and won't that be cool? So let me bring on the guests. Hello, my friends.
Hey.
Hola.
What's up, buddy?
You're unmuted. It's great to see all y'all. For you guys who don't know, on the top here, this is Subhome Sapper, Rob.
Hey, guys.
He's a good friend, Vape Fam guy. Met him recently, physically met him personally in person over at the West Coast Vape Expo, and that was a lot of fun too. This is Brady Vape R&D, who is about 800 feet away. He's going to move right next to the camera here in a second so that he's large in the screen and it doesn't look like a tiny twig. But that guy is one of our favorite guys, and Brady is great. He's one of our most active Vape Fam members too, and you follow him on Instagram, and it's Brady Vape R&D. And this is Ichi Bear. I'm sorry, I didn't give you a chance to say hello, Brady. Say hello.
Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
I'm so rude. I'm sorry about that. And this is Chris, Ichi Bear, our friend, another longtime vape fan guy. I'm just pointing at him right there. Hi, Chris.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. Thanks for coming on. He's our friend from across the pond. One of the things I'm proudest about is that we have friends from all over the world here. So you remember that this show originally used to be me and Luke, who used to co-host the show and do interviews, and then I just do it now alone, and it's just because he's just too busy, which is great. And it's just always nice to have everyone from all over because we like all the perspectives. I just like to know all the perspectives. So, the fellas, 2017. You remember 2017?
Vaguely.
Anything happen? You guys remember anything about this year? What do you think? What do you guys think? Like one word or one sentence. What was 2017 in vaping?
Squonking.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Squonking.
It was the year.
Squonking. Year of the squonk.
Yeah, squonking. I think if you had to pick one word, it would be the year of the squonk, definitely. The big trends of the year were squonking and no innovation whatsoever. So even squonking isn't really innovative. All they did was throw a 2700 in there. But squonking, 2700s, and then probably for me, that Aspire Revo tank were the only things I saw this year that were really like different.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, it's just been rehashed stuff, really. I mean, just mashed, features mashed up, put together in a new product and shipped out there.
Yeah, it's like a lot of different colors this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Year of the Rainbow. That's another one.
Oh
It's like
gosh,
rainbow, yeah,
Rainbow.
rainbow colored everything.
yeah. You're right about that. I forgot about the rainbow. Everything is a rainbow thing, and they don't all match either. They're all everyone's idea of what the rainbow should be. Um, I have on my notes here that the squonking. Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot something. Besides the 2700 batteries, which is the most important thing to me, and as you guys know, long-time viewers will know that 2700 batteries are a giant deal, and so stay tuned and keep subscribing because you'll have another year of me talking about 2700 batteries. Um, Besides squonking too, which the other huge thing was, I wrote down MTL, and that Mao
Right.
Zedong took a little bit of a resurgence, a little bit of a comeback this year, and that made me happy. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that. Well, for UK vapors, I think a lot of that is down to the TPD compliance kicking in this year.
Yeah,
You know, people having to deal with smaller tanks, so less power, consuming less e-liquid,
still one good flavor.
and still one good flavor. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's totally good. It's a good way to do it, and it's so the UK legitimizing vaping inside of the UK really helped this, and a lot of people also, once we got the TFV 12, I think a lot of people looked around and went, "Oh God," right?
yep.
Yeah.
Last year they were just like, "Oh God." So the product cycles then reflected them looking back to trying to improve single coils. I mean, starting with the Watofo at the end of last year, and then now through all the great stuff Cthulhu has done, and all the ones we're going to talk about, the Pulse and everything else. There's just a lot of great single coils. The B2K, a lot of great single coil stuff going on, a lot of great mouth to lung stuff going on, and a lot of quit kits and stuff like that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Got to look after new vapors. Get them off those cigarettes.
Yeah, I really think that this Nick Salts trend is dangerous. Nick Salts are custom synthetic nicotine that only do one thing: they bypass laws, and they allow you to put custom chemicals in them to make them addictive as you like, and they're unregulated. This is a scourge on our industry. It needs to go away. But watch out, 2018 is going to be the year of Nick Salts. You watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very popular, especially in Europe. I mean, I
Yep.
don't know what it's like in the States.
Oh, it's hitting hardcore.
I know there's been a couple of products recently that have been released which cater for Nick Salts. A couple of starter kits, but as far as that, we'll see. We'll see what happens next year.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
going to see a lot of that stuff. So I have that's exactly what I put to that. I'm declaring 2017 the year of the 2700, 21700 battery. That's what I say. I say 2017 is about the 2700 battery hitting the scene late in 2016, and it's the single most important thing happening in vaping. I personally could not care less about any new RDAs or whatever. In comparison to the basic heartbeat of our devices getting better, safer, faster charging, better everything about them. So me, that's what I think. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I've been on the 2700 bandwagon forever since you showed the PD 270 Captain. Yeah. But I grabbed an Oceanus, and I'm going to have to say, just, iJoy 2700 batteries are super easy to get a hold of, and they're giving you a great amp limit, 30 limit, so you can build.
Don't be
fairly
fooled
low.
by this whole, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but don't be fooled by this notion that you have to wait for the best 2700 battery. The iJoy ones are fine. They're 30 amp batteries. They're all better than your freaking crappy 18650s. Even the crappy iJoy ones are 25 amp, which are as good as the 18650s. Or no, the crappy ones are even crappier. They're 15 amps. They're bad. But the regular iJoys that you buy from imrbatteries.com are 30 amp batteries. Okay, please go on, Brady. I'm sorry. I had to shoehorn in that lesson.
You covered basically what I was going to say. It's just exactly that. They're readily available. You can get them from IMR. They're 30 amp limit, so you can build, pretty low as far as going safely and not worry about amp limits and shit. And then, it's just overall logical. They're not really what, $1 more, $2 more, if that.
Are they? No, they're $9, $8 or $9.
Yeah.
Or are they 11? I don't know. The thing is, it doesn't matter because it's only a difference of, say, $5 for a pack of 4 batteries or $6 for a pack of 4. It's just not
Right.
that significant. They're not expensive. What they are is so much better. And there's other brands. Like, these are impossible to find. They're the Sanyo 2700As, but these Amp Kings, very easy to find. iJoys, imrbatteries.com, very easy to find. There's also the ones that I've got inside this Wismac, which are the vape power ones, and these are rewraps of the iJoy 5-post ones. And
I thought those were the Sanya rewraps.
Nope.
Oh.
These
I
are the
mean,
same
we-
as the iJoys.
we get the 2700 iJoys, the Amp Kings, which I think are rewrap iJoy batteries,
Hmm.
and
Probably.
the Sanyo Bs.
Ooh, the Sanyo Bs avoid at all costs.
Well, it's those are the 3 that are readily available here in the UK at the
Oh
moment.
yeah,
It's
because
most-
the Sanyo
but
A's.
it's mostly the iJoys and the Amp Kings.
Yeah, the thing about the Sanyo ones is that Sanyo A's are 30, 35 amps. Sanyo B's are like 15.
Yeah.
So it's a huge difference. These are killer. Those are really bad. For what we do. For vaping, the B's are bad.
Yeah,
B is
yeah.
bad. Easy. A is awesome. B is bad. Hey, good morning, Raul Dirte. Morning, Rain. Morning, Steven. Morning, Haley's Crazy Daddy. Kyle, Shane, Michaela, and who else? Steven, whose name I cannot pronounce at the end. And also Mike and Josh and Vaping Computer Guy and David Harms and Mike Berryneck. All of you. Love all you guys. Thank you so much. So we all love 2700 batteries.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob? What's your single thing from the year, the number one Zen takeaway from 2017?
The 2700 battery.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm late to the game. I just started using them probably within the last month.
It's pretty
You know,
shocking.
yeah, it's the I hadn't really heard much about them. I mean, you go into the local B&Ms around here, and it's 18650 this, 18650 that. They just started carrying the PD270, which I just picked up a month ago, and absolutely that's pretty much the only mod I've used since I got it.
They really
I
are great.
I picked up that and the Genie, and I use the batteries that came with the Genie and the Captain, and so I can constantly run it. Battery life is great. You know, I'm not I usually vape around 80 watts, and I can get a solid day, maybe a little bit more out of a charge on it. 'Cause I'm usually only pulling about 20 amps on it, and so yeah, I know I kind of was a bit of a doubter when you and I were talking about it at the West Coast Vape Expo, but yeah, I'm on the 2700 bandwagon all the way.
I sort of like had the last laugh every day, like 11 o'clock. Hey, I'm changing my batteries.
Yeah, you
Like
did.
I would go back to the house going, oh, I'm changing my batteries now.
And meanwhile, I was lugging around about 12 sets of 18650s to keep going.
I needed
For the
I
weekend.
needed one spare max every day.
Yeah.
And I needed one spare, but it wasn't like 18650s. I was watching everyone run around like headless chickens, you know, try getting these batteries. And they were like, oh my God, we're out of batteries. I had to go buy more batteries. And I was like, oh. And I actually put my Wismac on the table. This thing actually gets real good battery life. The door is terrible. But I set this on the table as one of the samplers and people vaped on it, you know, on and off all day. It wasn't like that busy, but still, it lasted. I didn't have to change the batteries till later.
Exactly.
I was like, wow.
So yeah, color me impressed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just there's resistance to it because people are entrenched in what they've got and the tech they've got and the investment. And of course, no one's saying throw away any mods. You know, what I'm advocating for everyone is just be happy with your 18650 mods and don't spend any more money on 18650 mods. You will have to buy more batteries if you want to keep using them later, but they're not going to be rare. They're not going to go away. Just buy your next mod and the mod after and all your future mods just on 2700 or 21700. 20 is probably better for portability.
The thing is, I mean, the convenience is that most of these new 2700 mods come with 18650 adapters anyway.
And
So they're
batteries mostly.
Yeah. You know, they're backwards compatible. So, you know, there's no cutoff. It's just future proofing.
That's right. No con. They all come with adapters. Wismec came with 2 little adapters. The iJoy ones come with rubber adapters, silicone adapters. All of them. The Geek Vape does. I think Brady, you've got the Geek Vape, right?
Yeah, the Geek Vape one has one for a 18650 and all that for on the Aegeus. That's going to be my pick for mods once we build that up. But
Yeah, nice. So these things work like you. Here's how I explain it. They work like you wish your current 18650 mod worked. Like you're sitting around wishing it. It's not like a single battery mod in 2700 is the same as a dual battery in 18650. Don't be ridiculous. That's not what it is. What it is that your 18650, you're lucky if it's a 30 amp battery, and I mean lucky and rare, and it's only going to be a few months until it starts degrading. Trust me. But the 2700s for life, 30 amps, 2 amp charging. So instead of 4 hours, it's less than 1 hour to charge your mods and your batteries. And that's another thing. You come home, throw a mod, you got extra batteries. You don't need 100 batteries. You can charge them. This right here charges full up in less than an hour.
Yeah.
Full up, 2 amps. It's insane. I plugged this in at my friend's house.
Big pro.
Yeah, it's crazy good. So just for people thinking about it, just remember, in the future, try to avoid 18650 new stuff, because the manufacturers have product cycles, and they're just trying to empty the product cycles, sell the gear, and make new stuff. And you're going to see everything being 2700. My predictions have all been 100% right. In the beginning of the year, I predicted it'd be a slow crawl, but you'd see it happening. And iJoy was the only manufacturer all year to 100% commit to 2700. They have a mod in every style, every size, every style, single, double. They have 2 singles, 2 doubles, a triple. Like they're serious about 2700.
Yeah, I mean, iJoy been smashing it this year. Wizmec have been, yeah.
They've been a far second.
Yeah, a bit slow to the party.
September or October they released. August or September, so way late in the year they released their dual.
I think once the cycle's gone through, you know, especially with the manufacturers in China, you know, getting their stuff out, I think next year will be the year.
Blood.
Yeah, we'll see a rash of new mods.
Dual 2700 squonks. Yeah. Squonking helps 2700 tech because a single battery mech sucks. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Single 650.
I can speak firsthand.
Rubbish.
Knowledge.
Yeah. People who love to change them like rapid fire combat shotguns, you know, you get 1 good vape or whatever. I mean, maybe you get 10, but I mean, the thing is they're bad. But 2700s are really changed mechs. They're almost all of the cool squonkers are 2700 because those guys know.
Yeah,
they're way better.
That's one of the reasons why I've stayed away from squonking, because of the limited battery capacity for a single battery mod.
Yep. And now the duals and the triples are coming out. We're going to see a lot of copies of that Drip Tech TS. We're going to see a lot of triple squonks, double squonks. More, I mean, a lot more.
Yeah, but they're bulky. They're not pocket friendly. Whereas a single 2700 battery mod, you've got the battery life, what, 3000 mAh average?
Yeah, sweet spot, 29 to 31.
Yeah, you know, so you know, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And you still change the batteries out a lot, but I mean, just everything about the batteries is better. Just everything about them is better if you've got the right batteries. Well, that's killer. That's cool. I thought, okay, I'm going to talk about one thing, and that is the most underrated thing that you guys think that you had this year, and the most overrated thing you think you heard about or whatever this year. And I guess we should probably do mods and no, let's just do overall. So most underrated thing you've got on your desk that you're just like trying to beat people up, like, come on, man, wake up. Rob, what do you got?
Well, I've got, of course, the captain. I can't
pick a mod and a tank or something.
Yeah, I got the mod, and you know what? I have got on the captain the Aromomizer Supreme V2.
Oh yeah, you brought that to
the show. Is absolutely the best RTA for your money.
That is interesting. What did I do with my Titan? Yeah,
I absolutely love Steam Crave products.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean that thing's obnoxious, but the flavor for a tank that size is
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. Actually,
That's what I'm getting at, is that he's right about that. And I remember you brought that Steam Crave with you, because
Yeah.
in my mind I was like, oh, I wonder what a small one's like, and you're like, oh, I got one right here,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, and so probably great. The flavor on this is capital G great, really great flavor on this.
I mean, I've got the smaller version of that, which is the Boreas V2, which is kind of works the same way, but it's not the size of a baby's fist.
Yeah, and so the baby's fist. So yeah, Ichi Bear, he's been running around for about a month, a little bit less than a month or more, with that Boreas V2. And the first time, it must have been more actually, because the first time you showed it to me, I was like, oh, that looks good, and then I forgot about it for like 2 weeks or something. And then you were like, hey, don't freaking forget this thing. And I love the deck on that. Describe that deck for people.
I mean, it's a dual coil deck. It's a bit tight. It's a 24 millimeter atomizer. It's got a reservoir at the bottom. You can see the coils through the airflow, which kind of freaks me out because I think it's going to leak at any second when I want to take my eyes off it. But it hasn't leaked.
How do you see the coils through the airflow and it not leak?
That's it. It's some kind of voodoo, but it works.
But you like the flavor. You vape it around. How many watts do you vape that thing at? What resistance? What kind of coils?
This one's 0.7, 75 watts. 3 nearly 4 volts. Chucks it out, but it's not overly cloudy.
Right.
Smooth airflow, and it's cheap.
What do they cost?
I don't know, about £25. I don't know how much that is in
40, 45 bucks. Not bad.
Probably about 40 bucks.
Yeah, not bad.
It's average going rate.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin Hanfin just got a B2K in.
Nice.
I love those, and Brady just had his stolen. It's a crime.
That's a steal, that RDA.
It really is a really good kit, because you leave the house going, well, I can match this mod. I mean, you don't have a lot of RDAs like that where you're like, I'll match this mod, but you can with that one.
And it's a single coil RTA.
Yeah.
RDA, sorry.
Yeah, I love it. And if you guys haven't seen it, I did a review of that. There's a link on the channel. You can always go to JuicyJonesHQ.com and see any content that we have on this channel. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. We're here with Sebum Sapper and Ichi Bear and Brady Vapes R&D. And we're talking about the best of 2017. This isn't a list of all the best stuff. This is just a list of us reminiscing about all the trends and all our favorite gear that we've seen and tried this year. So we're not trying to make a top 3 and then argue about which one's actually better. We're just telling our opinion about what we liked and stuff, because we don't all agree.
No, we're all different.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as we're not smoking, that's all that matters.
That's exactly right. No smoking here. We're trying to get old, quit smoking, and start vaping. I want to get old. I want to get old, my friends.
Get old disgracefully.
Yeah. As bad
all
as
right,
we can.
so my pick's gonna be the Geek Vape Aegis.
The Aegis mod. That's your thing. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Take
this thing, it's great. This thing's it's a single battery, and I bought the adapter battery thing for it, so I can run 21 or 2700 batteries in it.
Very nice.
It's damn near indestructible. It's water resistant. I'm gonna call it waterproof.
I like that.
I mean, I
vape in the shower.
It's a keeper. I do too.
I do.
I vape in the shower, and I take my iPhone in the shower. That's water resistant too. So
Me too.
I'm sitting there with my Geek Vape, and then my RDA is going to be the B2K. I don't have
nice one.
But yeah, that's going to be the combo there. The single coil with that. I mean, I get great battery life.
So a little bit of a ding on Geek Vape for making you pay for the extra battery caps. A little bit of a ding. It's like, would that really cost you? Like, what's going on, guys? You have to make another $12.
Yeah, that should have originally come in the kit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Remember what was in the Anakin kit? If you guys haven't watched my video, but remember what was in the Anakin kit?
Yoshinis kit? Yeah, everything.
2 batteries, 2 battery cases, a tank, the mod. It was all beautiful. You know, it had every accessory, had a vape pen. It was just all there. Everything, extra glass, everything you need, except for super glue. Which you need, and paint. Everything you need except for
paint.
super glue and button paint
Yeah.
was in
that
the
was
box.
a nice little pack. That was a nice little package. Nice little package. That.
Yeah. And so so Geek Vape gets a little bit of a ding for me there, but that's cool. I want that Aegis too, because I like single battery 2700, 21700.
Yeah, it does bypass, it does temperature control, it does this variable power curve, VPC, and yeah, I mean
They
that's a
pretend
sell.
that's new. It has bypass though. I forgot about that. That's amazing. So I love bypass because
Yeah,
bypass is
that's
great for
important.
building. Because
Mhm.
you can, it's for building, you put it on bypass and you've got an ohm reader right there.
Yeah.
It's telling you what the voltage will be. It's telling you if it's safe, and it's telling you amperages most of the time.
Yeah.
Which are like, oh, look at that. It's like this one is telling me 4.5 volts, 0.21 ohms, 110 watts, 48 watts, 3.1 volts. I mean, it tells me exactly what. The iJoy tells me amps. Unlike the Anakin. Anyway, so that's really cool. So our favorites are the Captain and the Aroa Miser Supreme 30 millimeter, right?
No, that's the 25.
The 25, sorry.
Yeah.
That's right. The 25, the regular size one for everybody. And the B2K RDA and the Aegis mod from Geek Vape, which is really cool. And the B2K RDA, I've got to review that too, actually. It's on the channel. And Chris, his Boreas RTA.
Or the baby brother of the Supreme.
Yeah, not the Supreme, but the smaller one. That's cool. He's posted a million pictures of that, and I'm always like, gonna get one. Like that's on the list of ones I'm gonna get because I think that looks really good. So for me, what do I have to pick? I mean, I'm a little lucky because I have a lot of weird stuff people send that may or may not make the mainstream, and some of it isn't even released. But to me, to be quite honest, the iJoy Capo 100 is one of these mods that I carry around so religiously, and is a
Love
single
that mod.
battery, small profile, short, takes any kind of battery. I only use 2700s. But it takes 21700s as well. Sorry, I've got 3 21700s I use in this. Anyway, it's such a useful little thing, and it looks good with all that stuff, and it takes up to a 25 millimeter. I can't put my Titan on it without an adapter, but I can do it with an adapter.
Yeah, I love that. I love that mod. I mean, it reminds me of the Smok AL85,
Yep.
but it's better because it uses 2700 batteries.
Yep, and originally eLeaf was the one who did this, the very tiny little 18650 Pico. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They created this form factor. It's a great design. It works great. In 21700, it's bulkier and stuff, but I mean, I swear by this thing. It has a low center of gravity, so it doesn't want to flop anywhere. It goes in your pocket. Even tall tanks aren't that tall compared to, say, you're losing an inch there, a little bit less. I just like this.
And it fits a 24 millimeter rally on there.
Yeah.
I can
Definitely does.
tell you what my biggest letdown was
Well,
this
not yet.
piece.
Not
No,
yet.
yep.
No, you can't. Not yet, because I haven't finished telling you what my favorites are. So,
No,
so for me,
keep going.
the Capo 100 is by far the thing that I just think everyone just needs to go grab one. Just everybody needs to have one of these in their arsenal. Don't get a yellow one, get a black one if you want. You don't have to get a green one, get a black one. Like that. It's just a good little atomizer, and you can put all kinds of batteries in it. And the electronics show you current, amps, voltages. It just has a great, useful piece of electronics on it. Even though the buttons are out a little.
I love the display on it as well. Clear display.
Me too, big. So that is definitely my go-to little guy. Even though I got a lot of nice mods today this year that I really like, the Captain is probably the top one. But for tanks and stuff, this is really hard. I think all year long, the one that I think people should notice the most is the Revo, because it's actually a new design. And I'm not necessarily saying it's for everybody, but I am definitely saying that you need to look at this, and this is going to change. It's already starting to change the way the vape industry works, this tank. It's also dramatically lowered the price of coils right there to $1.75 for a replacement. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. That's really that's it. Those are my two. So Brady, you had it right though. That is the next question, is our favorite stuff that nobody has seen yet. And the next thing is, what is your thing? And you can go first, Brady. What's your thing that is the most overrated thing all year round?
Oh my God. this Capo Squonker is the biggest letdown of the year, century, millennia. It is terrible. I just tried to use it again the other day because I can build, you know, fairly low or use coils fairly low. I got some knowledge to it. I know how to use a you know, amp calculator. You know, I'm sitting there trying to put a build in it and I'm trying to use it. And now this thing is completely auto firing. The board on it sucks. It only does 4.2 volts. It's terrible. Terrible. Do not get it unless you just want the battery with it and the deck that it comes with. Other than that, don't get it. Don't waste your money. It's a piece of garbage.
Must try harder. Must try harder.
They have to get that a little bit better. And they're not the only ones. The people at Sigeli also have a 4.2 volt limited. Well, maybe. It says in pole. It's they didn't say, which is very suspicious, in my opinion. I have to get it in my hands. But yeah, we find out that that's limited to 4.2 volts, and that's just not that useful. It's really no different than having just a mech, because if it's limited to 4.2 volts, that's as much as you can get anyway. I mean, does it do a good job of squeezing more life out of the battery and regulating it up to 4.2 volts as it dies?
No.
Yeah, no. There you go. No. So,
no. Terrible.
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so
I'd rather have a mech because I know I can troubleshoot a mech and get it to work still. This thing is complete garbage. Garbage.
You might as well have bought a mech.
Yeah, just buy a pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting constant drain of the battery, and it's never it doesn't regulate up. Okay, so that is that, and we've all talked about that quite a bit. And it's no disparaging remark on iJoy. They just need to improve that device. They desperately need to improve it. Y'all's video is starting to freeze up here. That makes me nervous. I wonder what's going on. No idea. You're back now. Hey, who knows? So. That is one of the most freaking absolutely disappointing devices of all time. And because really there is a gigantic market for a regulated single squonk. DNA owns this right now, and you can make them a lot cheaper. And this Capo is proof that iJoy can do a lot better, because this Capo 100 is excellent.
It's a solid device.
Excellent device.
Compact device.
Different electronics. Excellent device.
Yeah.
So
different board. They have different boards completely. FYI, everyone, if you do not know, the boards are different on the Capo Squonk than the Capo 100.
Absolutely are. That's very important. So let's see. The most overrated mods are all the mods. All the mods that came out this year, there were 18650s.
Yep.
No interest. I was having a conversation with a guy from TVL who had never heard the word no before, and I was like, until that's 27 with the new ones, they have a spin-off company, and I guess they're trying to diversify their market. Don't want to put TVL on it. It has another name. They're beautiful and they're amazing. They have a little teardrop in the bottom. You saw these, Rob.
Yeah.
And I was like, until that has a 2700, I don't want. He was like, well, this should be your last 18650 mod. And I said, the Nosy Cricket 2 was my last 18650 mod. I don't want it. I don't want it until it's 2700. What can't you hear about that? Like I told you, that's shit tech. I'm not buying anymore. Like. Anyway, the look on his face was like, "Oh yeah,
God. It was complete mouth breathing and crickets. It was just, it was kind of comical.
Like, oh my God, there's a father in the world. Like, you know, like no, someone said no. Everyone approaches them like, oh my God, we have to whatever. As long as if I could only afford it, But they're not that. They're just good. They're just 3-year-old mods. But the new ones were cool. But why did they make them 18650? It's like you're sitting at home just deciding. Yeah. That you don't like, they're going to charge $200 plus for them, but they want to pretend like someone couldn't spend another 11 on a battery.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It makes no sense, you know.
Or a battery sleeve adapter to come with a 2700 that they could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but to their credit, TVL sells very good 2700 mods with adapters and everything, but. It's hardly unique. They won the best mod of West Coast Vape Expo with a mod that was like, oh, it has an 18650 that's hybrid adapter, or adapter that's hybrid safe. And I was like, well, what about my Ultra Coils Ultra 2700 mech that's hybrid safe too? They've had this for months. I had this since like July. It's gold. Crickets. Crickets. Crickets.
Wizmec mech in it.
And then Wizmec came out with a cheap one like a month later. That's really great.
Yeah.
It's not hybrid though, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, it's not hybrid. The Ultra is, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ultra is, but the Mackin is 510.
I screwed this up. My most underrated thing of the year is the Carrot RDA. What was I thinking? It's the Carrot RDA. I've been talking about this all year. Get an Ultra Coil so you can have a Carrot RDA. It'll cost you $80. And I just love it. It has an Ultim top. It's the simplest thing ever. Simple velocity thing. You can't really drip into the top because it'll just go right at the air holes. But I tell you, just own one. You know, don't get involved in like a detailed argument with me. Just own one of these and tell me if you don't love it.
I'm just surprised they didn't sell the RDA separately. You know,
Yeah.
that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I would pay $60 just for this RDA. It's very simple. You're not going to like write a story home about it and be like, oh, you know, like this beautiful thing Dan opened yesterday. He opened up that, what was it? The Conqueror? No. Beautiful. What was that thing called? Did you guys not watch Spaniel 97862's live feed last night? He opened up this beautiful RDA from
No, I didn't see it.
Council of Vapor. It was beautiful.
no, I was busy getting robbed.
Yeah, but he had tons and tons of like, it had tons of caps and everything. So this isn't like that. It's just what you see is what you get. But this is just killer flavor in the smallest RDA possible. It's smaller than my Goon LP. Smaller than my Goon. It's so small. I love it. Hey Rob, move this way just a little bit to your right.
The RDA, that Carrot RDA reminds me a lot of
Look the difference.
the Nano, Wasp Nano.
Yeah, the Wasp Nano came out just recently, like 2 months ago or something. And when I used this, that's what everyone was saying. Is like, oh my god, that looks like the Wasp, the Umarie Wasp or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And that thing looks great. And in fact, maybe that's why they sell those, because iJoy doesn't sell these through Ultra Coils enough. I really love this little RDA. It's just a cheap little thing.
Yeah, it's great.
So let's see. We had another thing we had with atomizers this year was lots of clamps.
Oh God.
Lots of clamps, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of clamp decks. What do you guys think about that?
Clamp decks in this day and age, if they're not coming with springs, they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Springs only. I agree.
I made my own springs for my Goon, so
yeah, it's
good idea.
I like building on the Goon, but I don't just for the sheer. I like the space factor, but the fact that you've got to like flip it upside down to get the clamps to stay down or stay in the up position, pop your coil. It's just a pain. They need to be spring loaded.
Yeah.
I just made like a 42 gauge coil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just round wire. Put it between on the screws themselves that the posts go on, that the clamps go on, and I put them between there, and now they.
I'll have to do that then.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of 42 gauge.
Yeah, it won't affect your resistance or anything like that.
Cool.
It looks like a little gold penis with the dot mod cap on it, the glass cap. This is a good vape. Oh my god.
I like my dot mod. I do. I like my dot 24, especially with the Trinity cap on it, man.
I think that on my overrated list was the Petrie and the dot 24. The dot 24 is actually pretty good. This ring works and it separates okay, so I like this. It still isn't as easy as a 4-post to me, but the Petrie RTA I have to list it as overrated because I had a Conqueror Mini, and when I reviewed the Conqueror Mini last year, check my channel if you want to. I declared this the Conqueror Mini, my favorite little RTA. It still is. I wish they had discontinued them. And the Petrie is almost the same thing. And this simply has a muted flavor in comparison. It's that simple. Like, I use the same coils. I use the same coils all the time. The Geek Vape, I buy them at Fast Tech, so they're always the same when I'm doing taste tests. And I just don't like this as much. I'm an RTA dork, and this one was supposed to be the greatest thing out of all the RTAs, and to me it's not. But that does not mean the 24 isn't, so I could try that. But last year everyone told me this when I was talking about the Conqueror. Now I know they didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And that I was right. And the Conqueror Mini, freaking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there are some RTAs out there that just stand the test of time, that stand toe to toe with some of the newer ones.
Why did they Why did they cancel the Conqueror Mini?
Who knows? Who knows? Because maybe
it was the first postless RTA that I had.
Did they just give it a different name?
Nope. Gone.
Ah.
Discontinued.
Gone.
Or maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe there's a new model that I keep looking, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's talk about mods then. Let's move on. Let's try not to kill people with how long we sit around chatting about this stuff. And by the way, in chat, you guys shout out. Tell us what your favorite stuff is. We're going to talk about mods. And I don't own tons of these, but I was going to say we should talk about mods. But first, we should talk about squonk mods. Brady, you're the expert here, and some of you guys own more than I do. I have one shitty one I'm not even going to mention.
So yeah, I got the Pulse. You know, this is a good solid workhorse. It was designed pretty solid. You know,
He sold
it's,
like 8,000 of those. It's 80 million jillion of those this year, right?
Yeah,
Tony B's done a good job on that. A good job.
Yeah.
Options, colors, materials are good. Quality's all right.
Yeah. It's
And
pretty
reasonably
solid.
priced.
No, and cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like $40, you can't go wrong. I mean.
Yeah, and you can spend more.
Yeah, you
If
can.
you want.
Okay. Yeah, I got some customs too. You know, but that capo is a letdown.
Garbage.
Yeah. You know, the biggest looking forward to is going to be that 219 capo. The dual
Oh yeah,
one.
the new squonk.
Yeah. Yeah. Fingers crossed. But yeah, man, I mean, the Pulse, that's about like the workhorse of the whole squonk thing right now. I mean, there's the Athena and a couple other ones, but I don't know any of
You like
those.
your skull candy one, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love my skull candy one. I do. That's a guy from out of Delta, Pennsylvania. He makes them. They're ABS.
He also has a lot of cool options, and he has that cool DNA 250 with Rick and Morty on it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool Rick and Morty stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Where's the Rick and Morty? There we go.
Yeah. What about you, Rob? Do you have a favorite squonker from the year?
I have not jumped on the squonker bandwagon. I am
Overrated.
ironically enough, I just picked up one last night, and it's the shitty capo.
Well, it still works okay though.
Return it if you can.
It'll be here. That'll be on my letdown show for 2018, maybe, because it won't be here till next week.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, the capo is a disappointment, but
Mine already broke.
It's
you know, I didn't have a problem with it till it broke. It already broke. Yeah, mine's auto firing. I put the RDA on it and it's auto firing.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a piece of shit.
That's trash.
That
it is
trash.
Dread.
That makes me dreadful.
I'm not kidding. Like, I tried using it legitimately, like, you know, and it is just a double thumbs down. Terrible.
Harry Gilliam animation hand.
If you can return it, man, honestly, I would if you could.
How long have you had it, Brady?
Going on what, 3 weeks now or something?
Oh shit, that doesn't bode well.
Shocking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well.
No.
I wish they had sent me one of those things so that I could, you know, destroy it or whatever, find out. It's weird how iJoy sends me like every other mod. And so I have the competitions single 2700, which I had to buy, and I have the competitions double 2700 instead of the Genie, which I had to have donated to me by Vaping from Michael B. Thank you so much, Vaping with Michael B. So it's just weird that, you know, they send me sort of some selection of them, and I'm like, I compare them to the 18650 counterparts and to the other competition, and it's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. We're talking about. Hey, Omar, we're talking about the Capo Squonk from iJoy, not the Capo 100, but the Capo Squonk, which Brady has problems with. Everyone has problems with that thing.
I mean, in you know, going back to what, you know, the Pulse BF. I mean, there's been a few squonkers that stood out, cheap ones. The BF being, for me, the standout mod. Then you have the Stentorian, what was it called? The
Yeah, I don't know what the model is. The Centaurian. I know which one you mean.
Stentorian, yeah, and then Watofo had the Nudge. the Athena. There was the Org vape.
Druga, the
Yeah.
Druga 22, the 22 millimeter Druga squonker.
You know, but the BS, the Pulse, even now with the kit, I mean, that's a killer. That's a banger. You know, all you know, that just set it off. That just set it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. So you have lots of incredible choices for squonking right now, and a lot of regulated one coming out to please people.
I wish I, instead of seeing like these really beautiful 18650 squonk regulated mods, that I would see them adapted in the 2700. My other, slash letdown is going to be the 528 TS and DS, because they were only 18650 adaptable. Yeah. If they were 2700, I would have bought millions if I could. But yeah,
this is about them not being forward thinking enough and having a product cycle that just made it basically just dumps junk on the market when there's better alternatives. And a lot of people claim the supply is the problem here, but the truth is that we already have 18650s and 18650 mods. If your problem is that you can't release a mod because you think that there just aren't enough 2700 batteries, you need to ask yourself the questions: do we need another 18650 mod? No. So, it's just you wanting to make your money now. It's called a cash grab. So that's transparent. Transparent. Just wait. Make a little less profit. Make the right stuff. Because otherwise, you're just selling shit people don't need.
They are mechs. It's not as if they have to tune or, source a board to be tuned.
I'm talking about all mods.
For 27 mods.
Drip Tech, 528, Wizmec, iJoy, everyone. Don't make any more 18650 mods. Just don't. People have enough. We have enough. But that's not how America works. America is about buying things for the sake of buying things, whether you need it or not. You don't need another 18650 mod. You don't. You don't. No. You've got one. You just want one. So want a 2700 mod. And then they will start making those and deliver them to us.
Forward thinking.
Yeah, whatever you demand, they'll make. And then there's a 6-month lag. So just wait 6 months. Yeah. So the big category, mods, 2700. My favorite category. What are our favorite 2700 mods this year, baby? Rob, you go first. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, the Captain. And I do own two. I own the Genie. But what I found with the Genie is the back door is so wonky, or the door on it so wonky and rattles a lot. I've actually found that it fits better with the 18650 silicone adapter.
Interesting.
And so I use 18650s in that. So for 2700 mods, this thing's flying solo.
Yeah, I've been wrapping my my batteries in electrician's tape. And it's helping. It's helping because it's adding some thickness to them. Like they vary. All the 2700 wraps vary in thickness.
Yeah.
Wildly. So that's cool. The Captain, I agree with the Captain is a killer mod. That thing is like going to keep on ticking. I've dropped mine so many times. It just keeps on trucking along, going, okay, all right, I'll keep vaping.
Yeah, the screen on mine's a little wonky. It's canted to the down and to the left.
What?
But not bad. Yeah, it's just enough that I'm OCD enough that it drives me nuts when it's sitting on a level surface and I look at it and like the puff counter's partially obscured.
Oh my God, my Wizmec Rouleau did that. The bottom was cut off like 3 pixels. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 pixels. I mean, it's pretty nominal, but it's enough to drive me nuts. So
in like 6 months, you're going to take a star key and take that off and try to re-glue it, aren't you? Trust me, it won't work.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I took my Wizmec apart and tried to re-stick the adhesive and put it all back together, and then I did it again. I was like, oh, so this is the problem the guy had when he put it together originally. He should have thrown it away instead of selling it to me, fucker. Oh my God, that's funny. Well, I think that's a good pick. What about you, Brady? What's your favorite 2700 mod out of all of the millions? And you have a pretty broad variety of them with all the mechs and squonkers and everything else, too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, pressure's on. Oh my God.
The only dual one I have is the 2700 Wizmec. I'll give it to them. You don't like your door. haven't had any problems, but I haven't dropped mine yet.
Yeah, wait till you drop it a few times.
Yeah, knock on wood. So I'm gonna give it to the Aegis.
And the Aegis is good too. I love the Wismec body shape. I mean, this form factor. Oh, like everything about this is right,
I
except
love
for
that.
one thing. What about you, Chris? What is your 2700 pick of the year or picks?
Well, I have to disclose that I don't currently own a 2700 mod,
Okay.
but the ones that were on my wish list was the Oceanus to start with,
Sexy.
because I like small mods, small compact mods, pocket friendly
too.
mods. Is it the RX, the Wismec one that you had?
Yeah, the RX2
RX2, love that. Love the shape of that.
with a crappy door. Yeah.
And there's a new one by iJoy. I think it's called the Elite.
Yeah, the single battery one, right?
That looks really nice.
It does, doesn't it?
I got my eye on that.
Yeah, and that one does 21,700 as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Aegis.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy like. I'm just raising up the watts on this. Yum.
I nearly pulled the trigger on the Captain, but when I was ordering one, they were sold out. They were sold out on Fastec, so I just waited.
Wait for a small one. Cool.
Yeah.
My favorites have got to be. God, this is a tough choice because I've got a lot of them, and my favorite 2700 mods have to be. I want to say the Ultra 2700 Mac, but the 24 karat gold finish on it comes off, and so even Brady's has started to do this too over time, and I love this thing, but it's got a finish problem. But it comes with a great RDA, and I love it, and I use it all the time. You can put anything on it, and I just love it. And so I think this thing is really just it. I can't really super recommend it, but I absolutely love this thing. And or what am I saying? I guess I can if you don't mind that some of the 24 karat gold is going to rub off a little bit over time. But overall, in the 2700 mods, I've already lauded the Capo 100, not the Squonk, about how great this is. But I got to say, probably the Captain. It's got to be the most solid. Hey, gung ho! I'm ready to work. 2 battery, go to sitting on my desk. I've used this thing every single day since July, and it just has been dropped. And occasionally, the contacts on the battery door need to be cleaned, or a tiny indentation in a battery will make it tough for them to read a little bit sometimes. And I wiggle them around, and they work. So some people have claimed that there's this fail, but I think that their batteries are dented and they need to be, like maybe iJoy needs to change these contacts so they're a little taller or something.
Yeah, so they protrude a little more.
Yeah.
I think I should, give an honorary mention to the Wismec Machina, as far as design.
Yeah. What am I saying? Totally.
For compact 2700, 18650, cheapest chips. I mean,
Yep.
it's on
Good
Fastec.
look, replaceable sides.
Yep, and
Looks like a lightsaber.
Did you? Yeah, Brady took his little sleeve off, but it has replaceable sleeves. They look good. They're $30. They're really cheap. Those are great.
Yeah.
A lot of people have got into 2700s with those too. Does that come with the battery, Brady?
No, it does not.
That's not good.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Wismets do they? The 2700s?
Well,
Yes.
this kit came with the option. I didn't get batteries, but it came with the option.
Yeah, you can, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm curious about. Okay, so that's cool. So really, iJoy gets the honorary mention of the year for me for having everything in their product line go to 2700. Those guys really just went balls to bones into 2700. And I love them for that. Not everything was a hit, but they still did it, and they're great. For the dual regulated ones, the Captain's got to win that. And here is the freaking category that is so heinous, and that is atomizers. First of all, atomizers are always a bit. The thing is, this year was the year of 1 billion good RTAs and 1 billion decent and a lot of overreaching RDAs. Like there's tons of overreaching RDAs. Like to me, that new Umrie thing with the weird airflow and the vertical coils and whatever, that's just like, that's an Instagram toy. To me, that doesn't seem like a serious atomizer. Like, do we really need Am I just being a curmudgeon saying that? You guys seen that thing?
What, the thing with the vertical coils?
Well, it's an Umrie. I don't know if it's the Wasp or if it's another one, but it's got this weird deck with all kinds of different posts, and you can make different configurations, and it's great. But for everyday people, honestly, a velocity
How practical is it?
is really what they need. They don't need to be confused and impress anybody on Instagram. It's like that's a hobbyist thing, not a just a regular vapor thing. I have a huge list of different RDAs that I looked at this year, and I have a pick for the one that I think is the most overrated, and I have a pick for the one I think I like the best out of RDAs. What do you guys think of all those RDAs you got this year? Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Standout RDAs. There's been a lot, especially reviewer ones with reviewers' names on them.
All of which I think are overrated almost.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get a medal for me for putting your name on a device. That's not a thing. That's helping your bottom line.
The only one of those that fall in that category that I swear by is the recoil, because it is so easy to build on, and you have different airflow options versus just one AFC. And quite frankly, most of them, if you want to go overrated, the Turk RDA I think is highly overrated.
Yeah.
The build deck I like for the most part. The fact that the posts are so tall on it, they're way too tall on it, and the fact that you can't adjust the airflow on it is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's either wide open or not at all, and that's just not everybody likes a wide open vape. I mean, it's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Turk would have to go for the overrated for me.
Yeah, word. Why are you holding up the drop, Brady? Are you trying to say something?
I'm gonna go. That's my overrated.
Overrated.
That's my overrated.
Yeah. What's your favorite one? I think the drop is way overrated too. It's like a 10 millimeter deck.
It's unopened. It's unopened.
Yeah, it's like
I'm so discouraged from opening it.
Like Shane Smith's asking if I have the drop. I absolutely do. I did a review of it. I'm very underwhelmed by the drop. It's got a cheese grater that hurts my fingers, and you can't. I like to pop the top off RDAs, and it's impossible with that. And there's always a pound of rotten cotton at the bottom, getting just re-atomized.
Nasty cotton.
Yeah, it's not a very good design. It's too tall. Even the Dead Rabbit's too tall, but it's still better.
I really like the postless design on the B2K, and I love the options on it. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna give it to B2K.
B2K is a very, very, very good one. Yeah, that's good. What about you, Chris? Ichi Bear Man?
Standout RDAs.
By the way, Chris, thank you for suggesting that B2K to me.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, it was Chris that linked that, wasn't it?
Yeah, he brought the B2K into the light.
Yeah, I bought that just on a whim.
Yeah,
and ended up liking it.
I'll have to check it out.
That's amazing.
RDAs that have impressed me over the course of the year, I would say standout for me has been the Dead Rabbit. When I first saw the deck on that, I thought, and it being kind of postless, easy to build on. Yeah, and top airflow, difficult to make it leak. Designed from scratch to be a squonking RDA. The other honorable mention would have to be the Wasp Nano, simply because of the price.
Yeah, it's like $9 or something.
Yeah, I like my single core. My single core.
Totally.
And you can't go wrong with that. I mean, I can't think of any other ones that, apart from maybe the Goon for consistency.
Yeah, I was going to say another one that we have to mention is the Goon 1.5 this year is just great. That's really a Goon that's just got more room in it for a bigger airflow. Really, or at least that's how I think of it.
Yeah.
But very popular.
Little improvement,
Yep.
Nothing too radical.
Whether you like the clamp deck or not, it's an improvement over the old one.
Well, the fact that it came with hex screws.
Yeah,
that you could swap out, because I'm hell on screws. You can look at any of my posts on Instagram. They oh yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm on there with an impact wrench trying to get the clay out. Stripping everything
I'll
out.
be-
There's
So,
metal
yeah,
shavings
I was
everywhere.
impressed with the fact that it came with the hex screws with the grits. You could even use your pliers on it if you had some small enough to tighten them down versus trying to strip out your tools or whatnot on the hex screws. So yeah, I give them props for that.
And
That's cool.
I'd have to mention the pulse as well.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the ones I was going to mention is the Pulse. Every single every person in the fam that has a Pulse loves it. We ordered Pulses and gave them away. Pulses are popular, single, dual coils. Those are just good and good for squonking, easy to build on. Everyone loves them. I've got mine coming here pretty soon. I may end up hating it when I get it, but everyone in the fam says Pulse over and over for the last 3 months, and so I'm just hearing the greatest things from people I trust to like these things. So I want to mention that too. That's killer. I just had on my list here the Cheetah 2 that I wanted to mention because
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of
I'm
the
not
Cheetah
familiar
2.
with that one.
Yeah, I just love this one. It has a humongous deck. They've put in like a very small the walls of this are really thin stainless steel, and so you can get a huge build inside this thing, and it radiates heat really well, much better than aluminum. So love the Cheetah 2. I was going to also mention the B2K like Brady because I absolutely love that thing, and also my AS Vape AIM 9. And I love that thing. Not many people even have this thing. I brought it out for the show, and then I immediately lost it because I'm foolish. And it was sitting right next to the drop, and the drop is right there. So that's gone. I was going to show you that. And also the SRDA from iJoy. I actually love this. This is the one where you just screw in the new coils.
Mm.
And I've been vaping on this for a couple of weeks now, and you know what? Flavor's good, y'all. And it's like, how much maintenance is this? None. I mean, I haven't even changed the cotton on this yet, and it's not even dirty. Like, it's not bad. So I've been really pleased with this thing. It's funny because the cotton doesn't get quite as dirty, I think, because a lot of the revape that comes off the condensation on the cap goes around the outside here and goes in the side instead of just landing on the top and soaking in and getting it dirty. Because you know when your cotton touches the side, it'll grab all that junk and all the sugars and junk and just turn brown sometimes. Anyway,
Right.
this thing is going to be a thing because people who want to use an RDA who don't want to build, yeah, they can do that now. It's good. Drip, vape, good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, RDTAs. Let's talk about RDTAs. It's a subcategory of RTA, and I'm doing this first because we'll get it out of the way. And there were not many, there were actually several good ones, but not many great ones. You can hear us
Deja-
think of an RDTA do you love this year?
I
Deja
don't-
vu RDTA.
Yeah, the Serpent was last year.
I mean, there haven't been really that many that stand out to me. I mean,
Yeah, the Avocado 22 SE came out technically last year, and the Serpent was last year. This
What
year,
about the combo?
we had the combo, the King of Flavor, the Horrible Medusa. We had the GTA design, which is totally stupid. If you see the letters GTA, just avoid it. But there were tons of those, like the Troll RTA and the Mage GTA and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, the Troll RTA was garbage.
Yep.
Just absolute garbage.
Yep.
The combo I liked. RDTA, I like that. I own 2 of those.
Who's that? iJoy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I didn't do an explicit review of that is because it has to be good because it's simply another version of the same thing that they owned with last year. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it came with springs on the clamps.
Yep.
So
And it's got different decks too, doesn't it? Or is that the
yeah,
Plus?
yeah, you can swap out the decks on it.
Yeah, so that one is just one of the best things. But it's worth noting, I think, that those are for bigger air mainly. Like they really like big air.
Yeah.
Just for people who are wondering, avocados and stuff are more like if you want a single coil experience. But if you like a dual coil, even a 2.5 millimeter inside diameter is fine in that combo. Like you don't have to build huge. It's got extremely smooth airflow.
I mean, the only ones I could name that I was even remotely interested in are the Peerless RDTA and the Pyro by Vandy Vape. That's the only ones I can think of that really interested me.
Yeah, it was
Doesn't
a
bite.
slow year for RDTAs. The only RDTA that came out this year that is really a mega super sub-ohm thing is the Revo tank, which is a clearomizer too. This is a crossover. It's an RDTA design, but it's a clearomizer. You swap the coils out. So this is unique, and this thing chucks. It's insane. This is super sub-ohm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
now we're going to
fresh.
go to clearomizers because I think RDTAs were a little bit dead. I thought the King of Flavor was terrible. The Geek Bait Medusa it shouldn't exist. You look at my video. The Gaia was an extremely good flavor tank, but leaks like crazy. Avocado 22 SE and the Serpent RDTA are still my favorite RDTAs. And then I'm going to give a nod to Rob's combo because he's right. iJoy is still making the same good thing. I have two of them on my desk, the old versions, sitting right here. And here's one of them. It's screwed in. I can't tell you. So those are good.
If it ain't broke,
Yeah.
If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So let's talk about clearomizers. There was a lot of stuff with clearomizers and quitting and kits and stuff this year. Soren kits, temperature control, Lamborghini kits. I mean, everything. The Innokin, Joytech, everyone.
Yeah.
Aspire.
Mhm.
These things, right?
Yeah.
You guys got a favorite?
for me,
Yummy.
Nautilus 2.
Nautilus 2, baby. I don't think you can go wrong with it. The Nautilus 2 irritates me because it's hard. It's a little bit messy if you overfill it, and it's hard to change the liquid or the coil if you don't want to change the liquid too. But as far as an everyday carry around, dude, right?
I mean, I did love my Smoke Baby Beast, Big Baby Beast, but the coils are too expensive,
And they're inconsistent.
inconsistent with the coil quality, and
And leaked.
I just sold it. As much as I loved it,
Mine leaked.
Yeah,
I didn't have a problem with leaking mine.
Yeah.
some people did. I think that they must have assembled a whole batch of those with shitty O-rings or something.
Yeah.
That's because
Yeah.
some people just had problems, and I didn't have problems. But that's not true. I had 3 TFE series, 4. Well, I mean, for the purposes of this discussion, I had 3 TFE series for these, and the Big Baby and the 8, the Big Baby, the 12, and the Big Baby Beast. I get those confused. There's a Big Baby and a Baby Beast. Anyway, the leaky one was the full size one. It was irritating. Like I couldn't figure out why. But my RTA on the TFE 12, it didn't leak. Of course,
No.
I was pretty good at building that.
V12 was good.
Yeah, but I can't. It's so much exposure. I can't do it. But I still think that for clearomizers, the freaking Nautilus 2 can hardly be beat. And why don't I have one sitting? Oh, there it is. The Nautilus 2, the Zelos kit, 50 watts. You don't have to get the mod if you don't want to, but this little tank is like 18 watts. You can vape all day on this thing. Take it to work. It's really good. They are I'll tell you guys a secret. They're updating their tanks this year, and there's going to be another version of the BBC coil tank with top fill coming out 2018. You heard it from me first.
I mean, Ela, do you still have the vape fly?
The what?
The vape fly.
Yeah,
tank?
I do. The Vapefly Nicholas. I like that thing a lot. I do. I think the coils don't last a long time, but they're very cheap, and I really like that thing. It's basically like a Nautilus 2 that should have been designed with the bottom coming out. I'm glad you remembered that.
I mean, I know. There's a new one from Innokin.
I like my Scion.
I think it's called the Zenith.
Yeah.
Zenith.
This is the Nicholas that he's talking about. It has a coil you just pop out the bottom. It's really nice.
Yeah,
And then
it's a
stick
cute
it in there. And then you can also top fill it. They need to just simply copy this design exactly and make it a Nautilus BBC coil. Because the Nautilus BBC coil, they've sold like 30 million of them. They're available in every gas station in the world. They're just great.
Solid coils.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, I want to. We're getting to RTAs in a second, and that's the big category. That's why I'm trying to get to it, because there were a lot of good RDAs, a lot of good, not very many RDTAs, a lot of good clearomizers. Like also, I want to mention the AS Vape Cobra. The AS Vape Cobra. AS Vape has a lot of good products. I just want to encourage everybody that if you're interested, you don't know that AS Vape are good until you own one. And then once you own one, you'll go, oh, this is Oh, this is all right. So think about looking at those. Just as they aren't very well known, but man, they make nice stuff. RTAs.
Ooh,
Scion.
that's a big one.
Yeah, the RTAs. That's a big one. Brady likes the Scion RBA deck. Yeah, the Scion's good.
Yeah.
You had to buy your RBA deck separately. What were you telling me?
No. I was saying I went to buy them and they weren't carrying them initially.
Gotcha.
Out of the kit.
Where's my Scion? Brady and I were preparing for the show yesterday. Here it is right there, Anakin Scion. And the Scion is a clear miser, has replaceable coils, but it also has a good RTA deck. And you can, I mean, it comes with the Anakin Oceanus, and it's a pretty good tank for a change that has a good RDA in it, or RTA base. Boom. Little known, pretty good. You love your Haster from Cthulhu. It's another mouth to lung.
Yeah. Love
I haven't even opened mine. But we're doing this soon on the show. The Haster. The Petrie RTA 24. I hope that one is good. That came out this year. The 22 was a big disappointment to me.
The 24 was a big improvement over the 22. I own them both.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, building, wicking, flavor. It was
Good.
everything that the Petrie should have been.
I wish I had freaking talked to you before I ordered it because it was on Black Friday. I got them all half price. I could have just ordered that one instead. I did it because I believe in 22 millimeter size.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
No, I haven't tried it in single coil mode. As far as the Petrie, but the 24, it's one of my go-to. I like those little small flavor.
Me too.
RTAs.
Restricted airflow, yeah. So 24, go for the 24. Don't make my mistake. What else I've got on my list here? The Vandy Vape Berserker Mini MTL RTA, and isn't that what you were holding up right there?
Yep.
So,
but I would recommend the mini rather than 24.
He's got the full size one, and that reminds me a lot of the Cthulhu MTL RTA that came out in January or February.
I mean, another honorable mention would be the Org Vape Merlin Mini RTA.
Yeah, the Merlin Mini. In fact, somebody also, I thought I saw that mentioned in the chat as well. Maybe they mentioned the Manta Ray. Yeah, the Manta RTA, which I'm not familiar with.
Manta's a good one.
A good one. And Shane says that his Vandy Vape Kensai disappointed him. Haven't seen that one yet, but can't wait to.
I nearly bought one of those, but I got the Boreas instead.
Well, the Boreas has to go on the list here. I'm going to get one of those soon. I can't wait to do it, to vape it on your recommendation. I also want to mention the Smock TFE12 RBA deck. For those of you who like big stuff and big juice-sucking exposure tanks, super sub tanks, that's great, no doubt. And even though it's not my style, yeah, I've got one of them in rainbow, and I just cleaned it all up and rebuilt it again the other day, and it's great. Even though it's not exactly the way I like to vape all the time, it is exactly what a lot of you guys are looking for as far as big RTAs that aren't an aromizer. Some people just don't want to go to that construction or whatever.
Well, it's good for people who want to, who want to progress from stock coils and want to, start building.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that the quality is improved because the RBA deck on the Big Baby Beast was absolute trash.
I like
the same thing with the V8. It was rubbish.
You think so?
I do on the V8.
I didn't think it was super great. I did figure out how to make it work, like my video. That's what the TFV8 RBA deck and the TFV12 and the TFV12 RBA deck rebuilds are my 3 top videos, except for my DIY videos. Like somehow those have comment after comment. This thing sucked until I read this. This thing sucked till I watched this. This thing sucked till I watched this. This thing sucked till I watched this. I couldn't get this to work, just over and over.
I mean, they worked, but they didn't last. After
like you felt like you had to re-wick it.
No, it's just the resistances kept jumping all over the place.
Oh, that's not good. What happened to you, Rob?
It was wicking, and the same thing with the resistances jumping all over the place.
Well,
it's just
That's got nothing to do with the wicking. That's just got to do with something being wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't have that problem, but I don't want anyone out there to think that doesn't exist, because I mean that's how product problems are, is that they have inconsistent quality.
It could be a bad batch. I mean,
Yeah.
made on a Monday, made on a Friday. Who
They
knows?
might have had they might have not put enough screws in their 510. You know, like Daniel was saying about their Dead Rabbit. The problem with the original Dead Rabbit is it's missing like 2 or 3 screws in the 510. It doesn't purchase enough. Like, take your Dead Rabbit and drop your mod on the Dead Rabbit, and then pick it up and see it doesn't work. Why? Because the 510 came out of it, the inside of it. And if you could fully disassemble it and put it back, it probably will work again.
I mean, I had the Geek Vape. What was that single called? Geek Vape RTA.
What was it, Chris?
I'm trying to remember what it's called now.
It looks like he's in pain.
It was some strange name. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I mean, I love that RTA, but the 510 pin was trash. Snapped on me, and that was it.
Was it the Amit?
Amit, that's it.
Amit.
The original Amit.
Damn it,
Amit.
So let's see. Somebody mentioned the Creus. I'm not actually a big fan of the Creus, because they made kind of a blunder with the Creus in the way they did the side holes thing. But still, if you get it to work, then it's great. So that pretty much covers the RTAs. I have a little honorable mention, and the honorable mention, I keep on mentioning this to you guys. What did I do with it? Did I just freaking lose? Oh, by the way, here's that AS Vape AIM 9 RDA that I said I couldn't find earlier. It is right there. I got this thing from Smockjoy that is a weird RTA. It's called the Kaiser, and it's got like a super mirror finish. It's just a straight up cylinder, but it vapes just like a really hot Cleto 120 when you build it. I put huge coils in it. Triple Clapton's 5 wrap. I can't find it. I put it aside for the show, and I can't find it. Now I'm really frustrated. I was going to show you guys. Anyway, it's called the Kaiser. It's just like an honorable mention. If you like to put big stuff and vape in a restricted air, it's a restricted air RTA, which is my thing. Love that.
I mean, the Cleto needs to go in the Hall of Fame as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. The Cleto 120 needs to go into the Hall of Fame for being... Why didn't we mention that during the Clearmizers? What are we talking about? The Cleto 120 is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's a workhorse.
Amazing. Absolute. Can't live without this.
Consistent coils, consistent flavor. I just broke mine out probably again this week after the first time in a couple months to run it up against the Revue.
Yeah.
And I think the Cleto 120's got better flavor.
It's hard, isn't it? I think it might too.
I'd have to give a slight edge to the Cleto 120. It's a solid performer.
There's always more air at every wattage level, at every temperature.
Yeah.
With the Revue. Just one of those things. But yeah, the Cleto 120 deserves, if anybody out there needs an atomizer today and don't want to worry about it, get a Cleto 120. Just go buy a Cleto 120 and run it at 85 to 100 watts all the time. Just lock it and leave it alone. It's just great. Just great.
Just works. Just works.
Yeah. I also think that the Revue is pretty good that way, but the Revue is leakier, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff about the Revue. Its never leak claim is no good. It is unique and cool, but they need a Rev 2 on this. Let's see. Michaela says likes warm dessert flavors. Everybody is chatting up a storm. All you guys in chat are so awesome. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. That is Subom Sapper. That is Brady Vape R&D, and that is Ichi Bear. We are all here talking about Best of 17. And thank you for tuning in. We're almost done with our obligatory stuff. All we have now is accessories and stuff, which I picked vape nut stands, but whatever. Vape nut stands. This one is 1.2 pounds of steel, and it's just got a 510 on top and a silicone bottom. I love it. And they're the ones who manufacture all these stands that you see that I use. I carry around so many atomizers, and I show and tell so much. I have 2 of these that hold 20, one that holds 10 out of stainless steel, and another one that holds 10 made out of acrylic. I just love these things. What would I do without these? Can you carry around, what is this, 50 atomizers I have right here?
I just have my atomizers wrapped in tissue in a biscuit tin.
Individually, each individually wrapped with like a little phone. You have one of those Pelican cases, you open it up and there's like a light that comes down and you're like, the Batofo.
Yeah, that's what I've got done with a lot of mine. They're actually in my Axis Vape M17 box They're wrapped because it's got the nice little wooden sliding
Yeah.
door on it. So yeah, I've got like my oh crap, what were they? I've got my original crown. It's in there. What's the one that
So funny.
they sold it on eSiggity? I can't think of it off the top of my head now. But yeah, I think
Since
my
Blazer.
V8s are even in there now. They're all just wrapped up. The ones that I have on a solid rotation, I've got holes drilled in a 1x6, and they're just kind of sitting in there.
Yeah, I keep these on the stands and out because I use them for show and tell all the time. And I just sort of like take them out and sometimes rebuild them and then have to take them out and put them in the ultrasonic all the time because they just get so disgusting if I don't wash them right away, which I don't always. Sorry.
I don't.
Everyone.
That's the next thing I need to buy is an ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah. I can get you a link. There might be one in the description, but the one I have is cheap. You can, of course, you can spend as much money as you want on an ultrasonic. It's one of those things.
I think
like boats?
I got mine for like $30 off Amazon. I think is what it
mine's
was.
about $34.
Yeah.
Because I just needed one that just cleans it up. I don't try to like peel the paint off stuff. I just use it to get the e-juice out of stuff.
I put my coils in it and try to recycle those. I haven't even thought about putting an RTA or anything like that in there to clean it.
Oh, it's a miracle, dude. You can get up in the morning and do it. Like you pop up in the morning and throw it in there 5 minutes and come back and put it together like vaping on new stuff. I do that all the time.
I guess I'll be doing that the rest of my vacation.
And yeah, because you'll be like, ooh, whoa, it's all clean. And you go to switch juice and you normally just recycle it. Then you look over there at the ultrasonic and go, yeah, I gotta go take a shit, then you're like, and then you come back, it's all clean. You're like, oh, what, paper towels, pretty fun.
I mean, as far as accessories go, I mean, the one thing that I bought this year, since I started using RTAs and rebuildables, has got to be my Coil Master jig set.
Oh yeah, duh. I mean, just generally the freaking Coil Master. Are they on V4 or V3 still?
I think it's a V3. I think.
Yeah.
V3 is the entire kit, but I think they're getting ready to drop a V4. The actual coiling tools. They're ceramic sticks.
They're ceramic.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the V4 ceramic.
Yeah.
So they'll break for the first time. Yeah, they will.
Make sure you have a V3 too.
Yeah, I will tell everybody that there is nothing that you can. Don't be shy. You just need a pair of embroidery scissors of any kind, and all an embroidery scissor is a long pointy one. So look at shoppers on Amazon. Embroidery scissors come with just long pointy ends, a little tiny pair, any pair. You need a pair of ceramic tip tweezers. Anywhere. You need a clipping tool, which I finally have a good link for one that I actually like, which Sobom Sapper gave me. The two of these just came. Yeah,
you're
I got
welcome.
2 of these. Yeah, I ordered 2 of these from Amazon, and some basic wire and some organic cotton, which I like Texas Tough, but you can use Muji cotton from Japan, and a winding kit. The winding kit is just a few little bits of a fixed size that you stick into a little tool and wind wire around. Once you get one of those little tools, all the rest of it just falls into place.
You don't even need the winding kit. You can go to Walgreens, or if you've got Harbor Freight, I don't know what you guys have across the pond, but you can get a little set of metric screwdrivers and do that. That's what I've got the Coil Master kit, but I consistently use my 3mm flat tip screwdriver to wrap all my coils on.
As long as you find a cylinder that you can wrap around, drill bits work. Like all kinds of stuff works. You can just wrap stuff around there. So drill bits are especially good because you can make them spaced coils out of them.
Yeah.
If you have a real fine one, that's kind of fun. So that's good. Oh, and I hear that Sense's new tank is kicking ass. I have a feeling that that's going to be a super Sobom tank, knowing what I know about the Heracles and all that other stuff.
The Blazer was a big hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blazer.
I didn't use that one. The last one I had was the Heracles, and absolutely loved that tank.
Yeah, the Heracles. I think I've still got one around here somewhere.
I'm sure I do somewhere as well.
Yeah. So that's killer. I'll tell you what, let me check our time here. I think we're approaching our time.
It's 9:48.
Oh, good. Yeah, we got to go. Okay, so we're over an hour. I love all you guys. Let's just say one at a time. You guys can say goodbye, do whatever you want. I'm going to say I love all of you. This is Eli Juicy Jones in Orbital Vaping Headquarters, Juicy Jones HQ. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Make sure you click on that like button and subscribe. And we're going to be back with more interviews this year. We got EB Vapes coming. We got vape shows coming. More reviews, a pile of stuff to do. So everything's coming. I love all you guys, and I'll see you next Wednesday. And what about y'all? Please say anything.
Well,
that
I
you'd
just
like.
want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Thank you for tuning in. Sub-Ohm Sapper on Instagram. I've also got my own Facebook page now, Sub-Ohm Sapper on there. It's linked to my Instagram. So if you're not big on Instagram, you can actually just go follow me on Facebook. So y'all take care, and thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you for doing this. What about you, Brady? What's up?
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope y'all had a great year this year. Please follow me on the Instagrams, Brady Vape R&D. That's all I got to say.
That's good.
Rock on.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Chris, Ichi Bear,
It's been a pleasure.
it's always great to talk to you.
I don't have anything to plug.
It's okay. Thank you so much for interacting with us and for participating in the roundtable. I love all of you guys out there. Thank all of you so much. This has been a fun time. It's a great year. I didn't tell everyone how to do the giveaway, did I? I'll have to just make a video tomorrow and announce it. I'll just make a video and announce it tomorrow because I just, this morning, Saturday morning, I just screwed everything up. So all of you are so great. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. We'll come back with just a quick one as soon as I can, Sunday or Monday, and tell you about the giveaway, and then you can post on that. I love all of you. Thank you so much. I'm clicking the button. Let's vape out. Thank you.